Good evening, chums and chumbas, and welcome to the Fortuitous Corner. I am your host for the evening, Fortuitous Bob, and tonight we're changing things up a little bit. Because Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be dropping patch 2.3 soon, I want to kind of wait to keep that stream going, or that game going. Well, I'm going to wait till that drops before I go back to that. I'm not too far into the game yet, so hopefully I can experience that with all of you as I continue playing it at a later point. And because I have a nice amount of decision paralysis at times, it took me a little bit tonight to figure out exactly what I was going to stream. So tonight we are diving into one of my other favorite games, a little bit of Fallout 76. Just a little relaxing time here. I've got some dailies to take care of, maybe I think a weekly still, and maybe we'll grab an event or two. It won't be too long of a stream tonight, but we may keep up with this, or I may put up a poll somewhere and figure out what people might want to actually see at this point, at least until 2.3 drops. Then we're going back to the Night City. So, with that in mind, let's dive in here. Assuming it actually likes to load. Good. Tonight we're going to be going with my ghoul character. Little Just Johnny action here. Maybe get a little fishing in too. I've been trying to work on getting my goal for the glowing so I can get the quantum bobber for fishing. So where was I? White Spring. Alright, so I still have a bunch of dailies to do here. Collecting caps for the weekly is going to just kind of be over time. So, killing some scorched. Fishing in the bog is kind of what I want to do anyway. So let's go grab a couple of board games. Actually, some of that I could probably do at my camp. Which, by the way, before I go to that, and the big baddie creature here. Oh, somebody must have killed it. Okay. Well, let's venture back to my fishing hole. So if you're new to 76 but not to Fallout, or if you even if you're new to Fallout, I am, as I mentioned earlier, playing a ghoul, which was something that was recently added to the game. Kind of a melee focus alternative to just playing a regular old smooth skin human. Get some bait. But they do have a lot of very heavy melee focus to them, and immune to radiation, which is great. It kind of helps create a secondary little bar. Like my health bar down there, if I rad up, kind of acts like a secondary life bar, which is kind of neat. Speaking of it gets more toxic goo. Oh, do I have my awesome bacon? Awesome possum bacon. Sweet. And it's the chemist bag. should get rid of some of this and switch that to the grocer's bag so I can keep stuff cooler a little longer, a little more shelf life. All right, so board games.
You've got a lot to learn.
Fortunately, I've got one of the board game generators. Take that and scrap it. That is one more daily done. Trying to work my way up the scoreboard here. All right, what's next? Also, eating cake, pie, or candy? I'll put my candy machine. Oh, that's right. It's right out here. Only 3. So as a ghoul, you really don't also need to eat, but you could still gain benefits that the food would have, if there are any. Do I have any smelting? Trying to clean up my inventory a little bit before we go running around. Some fertilizer in my bin. This is Dottie, my camp companion and friend. She's a bit of a conspiracy nutter. Let's see. Curious 241, 330. Let's change up the backpack quick. So a lot of equipment, just like any Fallout game, you can modify it in certain ways with certain benefits. I'm gonna change this up and see what it does to my getup. Ugh, okay. Well, let me change this up though. Wait, I could sell to Dottie, that's right. No, I haven't started her stuff yet, and I'm gonna hold off on that. It's my vendor, so let's head back to White Spring. One thing I do wish I could do during streams is play the music. I know they kind of get a little touchy about doing that, but it would be nice. The music really kind of helps. It's fitting for the game, you know. Leave that for folks. Alright, let's get rid of some of the stuff I don't need. Edex, Mentats. I don't need rad resistance. Why would I want that? Or rad away for that matter. I want my rads. Ooh, stack weight 132. Yikes. Most food and drink I can get. Canned meat stores next speed buff. Don't need that. I don't actually need purified water because I don't drink. A chance to anyone get crazy and sell salt. Nope. Don't get chowder. So the bacon gives me luck, which helps with fishing. Meat stew is an XP buff. Grilled fish helps with fishing. Nuka-Cola, because it's Nuka-Cola. And the fish doesn't rot like some food does, so I'm hesitant to turn it into chow at the moment. Do I have any room in my inventory? Not a lot. Well, I can always turn it to chow and fish up some more. Yeah, let's just put that back where it was and change that back to chemist. Oh yeah, lost a lot more there. Ooh, what's my toxic goo situation? 53, not too bad right now. Alright, no events are up. I've eaten some candy at the moment. They have food. Let's go to Cerberus Ben's camp just to see if they've got any. So some folks will leave their resources open. I like to give back to the game, back to the community. So one thing you'll find, because every game has their toxic players and such, but the Fallout community in 76, at least to me, has been phenomenally helpful and friendly. Of course, a lot of people will just run up to get rid of their extra stuff by giving it to new players, but hey, still, it's helpful. So I just like to keep everything in my camp that's resource available for everybody, open for everyone, so take what you need. Yes, I'm suffering from parasites, even though I don't eat. He didn't see me. His camp's this way. So I will say, for those who might be looking at Fallout 76, the game does get some hate, which I think is kind of unwarranted, but at the same point, everyone's got their own opinion. But ever since I got into it, and I've put in like 1,700 hours into the game so far, not like a lot of these folks I see here with like thousands of levels in character, it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to spend some time. So, early Wasteland life. Oh, that's a bright sun. Oh, they've got the new sort of 4th of July atmosphere generator. It's kind of weak, to be honest. Like it really needs a little more of a touch. It's not too bad, but should be maybe a little darker and a little brighter on the fireworks. These guys have everything good. I'm not gonna buy fish. I want to catch them. Nothing I need or don't have already. Slime cake. That man has no pants. Candy. Oh, let's see, just eating toxic candy. Goo cake. should. Ah, no, I didn't mean to drink that. Ah, game lag. Yay, slime cake counted. Alright, so Snallygaster's scorched and killing cranberry bog. Well, let's go with drop site V9 because somebody dropped a nuke. So there should be a bunch of scorched running around. So I will admit the downside of this build is that since I don't really have a gun, which I should grab at least one ranged weapon just for the sake of it, fighting scorched beasts is not easy unless they land. Can't exactly throw my sword at them. Scorched. A little laggy there on the game. Bunch of scorched. There's a scorched beast. Ow. So the upside is that being in a radiation-filled zone just heals me. So they hurt me, and then I heal. The benefits of being a ghoul. Where are you? Is somebody shooting them? Or somebody shooting me? Ah, scorched over there. Oh, is he landing? Perfect. Take all your stuff. Yeah, the chainsaw, the auto axe is disgustingly broken. I love it. Now, let's find some more scorched. I will say this, though, when you are immune to radiation, falling into that will still melt you. So be careful. Oh, over here. Aha, da, da, da. I knew coming here would be good. At least I hoped it was, and I was not wrong. Spin the wheel. I am not good at that. I need to try that more. I'll admit, despite having put as many hours into this game as I have, there's still plenty I have not done. From even the most basic stuff to the newest stuff. That's a bloated glowing one. That's a ghoul, not a scorched butt. Kill it anyway. Oh, just a power armor frame. Grab some wood. Alright, I gotta find one more scorched. there's gotta be, whoa, hello. There's gotta be one more here. Somewhere. Yeah, scorchy, scorchy. Well, hello, sir. Oh, you're just a frozen thing. Come on, scorched. Oh, sometimes they're up around here. Anybody inside? Ooh, I heard a voice. Maybe he's inside. Oh, there he is. Oh, you are ugly. Alright, there's one more down. Ah, so I heard up here is pretty good for catching glowing fish. I could kill a couple of snallygasters. I know where those are, but as long as I'm here. Mirelurks. Let's get out the crab cracker. Oh, nice. Well, let's keep going. Gutsy, those psychotic lots. Oh, rat stag. Nah. Let him go keep shooting whatever he's shooting. The gutsy, not the rat stag. Though rat stag with arms and a gun would be kind of frightening. One green tree like that. Okay. I'll admit there's also places in the game I haven't gone or like fully explored. Like seeing this perfectly nice green healthy tree in the middle of the bog. It's kind of weird. Okay, so where? Oh, way up there still. Oh, coming up to that fence-in border area. Although in hindsight, I probably could have just fished in the nuke zone. You know what? Let's do that. Actually, hold on. Before I do. Let's drop the tent here just in case I do have to come back this way. Assuming there's... Oh, there we go. Survival tents. Drop my stuff off. Let's go back here. I just realized I could just fish in here and it's a legit blast zone. There are ways of creating your own with like atmospheric generators and such, but might as well just bring this here. Hey, Kurt. Lurk and work. That works for me. Do. So everybody, Kurt in the chat here is a streamer as well. Does a lot of actual plays for games and a fellow GM. And an all-around awesome dude. Go check them out. You can usually find them on the Twitches, on the purple. Okay, can I fish here? Can I fish here? I found a spot that'll let me fish here. Let me fish. Show me the fishes. Is this just not deep enough? No, curse you. Oh wait, I don't have good bait yet. Oh, I need more bait. Alright, so hold up. Totally my bad. I realized I burned through all my bait last night trying to fish up one of the name guys. So fishing in this game, by the way, for anybody who is new, is a relatively new addition. Came out with one of the last patches that they did. It's a little mini game like many games who incorporate fishing into it have. And to be honest, with the games that I've played that have had fishing, this is probably by far one of my favorite. It's complicated enough to not get too boring, and isn't so bad that, or isn't so hard that it's just absolutely frustrating. Like, you could definitely see the improvement as you start to get bits and bobs that you need to mod your fishing rod. Ooh. Somebody leaves goodies. They're talking, so I'll talk to our fisherman here.
We needed more bait.
Let's grab 100 bait.
Oh, don't look the fish in the eye. You lose them that way.
Sell him anything worth it. Headhunter's head cheese. Right. Alright, so let's head back down. See if I can't find a spot that I can fish in this nuke zone. So yeah, when fishing up things, weather can have an effect on what you can get. So like every zone has access to the common fish pool, if you will, and then there's usually 4 fish per region that are specific to that, and each one of those regions will have a special glowing version as its 4th. So that is what I'm looking after. I guess I should take that out. Here, Scorch Beast. Oh, come down to play. Come down to play. No, you don't. Get your butt down here. Yeah, you took us down here, you little weirdo. Again, the downside about playing pure melee. The upside is I don't have to carry ammo. Ooh, he's a 1-star too. Let's see. Come on, land. There it comes. Of course, knocks me into it. Chopping up the head. Ow. Oh, why did I waste toxic goo on that? I'm in a frickin' nuke zone. Alright, can I fish down here maybe? Is there a pool of water down here I could fish in? Oh. Nah, poop. Some people drop stuff. But one person's garbage is my garbage. Another one. Come on, Scorchy. Okay, they'll still hurt a little bit. What if I got jetpack and stab them? Well, the Fallout First, yeah, I guess you could say it does. When you have Fallout First, you get that ammo and scrap bin as a benefit. Otherwise, you pretty much have to regulate. And you're down. You're in the puddle of water. But I'll admit, like, I have Fallout First, and the storage space, the bonus atoms, I like all of that. I think it's kind of worth it for just my opinion. Again, it's just my own personal preference. I'll admit, locking some of the cool things that are not game breaking, but some of the things behind Fallout First seems a little but I'm not always a fan of that, just because then not everybody can play with all the fun toys. Okay, I don't think I'm... I'll probably have to go somewhere else and port my portable fishing camp over. So, this is why I dropped that here. So, let's go ahead and dump this off and then head up to where I was going. Yeah, like these things here, the scrap box and the ammo box do really make a difference. I will not lie. Let's scrap some of this stuff too. Come on, learn a legendary trait I don't have yet. Two-shot. Yeah, I have no luck with that, if I'm being honest. Alright, let's head back north, shall we? Hey, what about here? Can I fish here? I'll also admit, it's kind of the one weird touchy thing about the fishing is that it doesn't always want to work from every spot. And that gets kind of annoying. I don't know if it has to do with like water depth in the game or something. So I saw someone who, hey, what's that? Ooh, cultists. I have not seen out this way, so this is all new to me. Mothman.
Found you, unbeliever! Nothing. It's blood!
Huh, they are not dying tonight. I am not running as beefy as I normally do. Do I have any penalties? No. Running feral. I wonder if I lost a mutation. I thought I had like the muscle one. Huh. I'm gonna have to check my bins once I find a spot to put down. Alright, around here looks like it might be good. Let's go to portable fishing. Activate that camp. No. Aw, somebody actually parked over my portable fishing camp. That is gonna be a bummer. Yeah, crud. Huh. Okay, let's see. This is kind of a neat space. Am I close to... Oh, kind of am. Okay, that's why that all looks familiar. It's on the far side of all that stuff. Okay, so... Tunnel of Love. Dang it. I could do that. So the problem is I wanted to set up a portable fishing camp here so I could change it to a nuke sky, which will help me get fish, glowing fish a little easier. But I can't spawn that camp because somebody's got their camp over mine, and I don't want to lose mine. I don't know what packing it up would do, and I don't want to run that risk of having to rebuild it. Not that it's complicated. So you know what? No pain, no gain. Let's find out what happens. Make sure my other ones are not activated. I cannot begin to tell you how many times I have screwed that up. Okay. Let's put it... Oh, see, the edge of the map is kind of what's hurting me a little bit here. Let's put it here. Let's see if I can rebuild it quick and easy. Oh, it's going to be a pain in the butt, isn't it? It's not going to let me. It's not gonna let me build it. Which means I might have to rebuild it again. Or move it. Let's try it over on that side. I'm just gonna move the camp. I'll admit, like, trying to build camp sometimes gets a little touchy also. Let's shift myself over here. This maybe I'll get lucky. Nope. Let's sigh. It is not going to let me do that. And the upside is that the portable fishing camp does not take much to build. It's just having to build it. Let me see if I can put a floor down. See, it'll let me put new floors in here. Alright, so I'm going to have to do this the hard way. Kill the blueprints. And rebuild. Fortunately, when I say I made this portable, that was to make sure it wasn't too hard to put together. Where is that dock? I'll put that out before I put up a door. Come on. Did that work? And can I put up a wall? Come on, a wall. Yay, a wall. Oh, no, no, wrong spot, wrong spot. There we go. See, so much better. Although now I gotta cram everything back in here. Honestly, I don't really need the special funky ones. It looks nice. I enjoy decorating a lot, but alright, let's see here. Alright, so the reason I slapped one of these in is mostly for fishing pole stuff. You need a tinker's bench to modify your fishing pole. And despite it not showing much, you do still actually have to surprisingly repair it. It's kind of a weird thing, but need that generator in a moment. Oh, I should put that shelf in the corner before I put the grill in. I'm not being shot at. Oh, doesn't look it. Okay, good. Let's put the table here. Wait, was that the table I was using? Thought maybe I had another one. They are really itching for me to hunt down whoever's shooting up there. Where is that? Alright. Come on. Come on. This isn't build night tonight. At least that wasn't my intention. Put the cookie jar up here. So this thing, if you can ever get the critter cooker, is A, worth it, and B, helpful for fishing because you can get awesome possum bacon, which gives you a luck bonus of 2. And luck does help with fishing. Alright, let's put the cookie jar down here. Put the bacon up here. Perfect. And then the grill, should you ever want to fish bites your stuff. If I can get the thing to sit. I'm really hoping the next update that they're going to be dropping is going to have a lot to do with building, so hopefully it fixes a lot of like the collisions this has. Okay, come on. There. Alright, let's throw it here. Rooftop. A few other quick odds and ends. I don't want this to take forever and a day. Alright, so this thing's going in. The reason this is also important is similar to the other things. It has bonuses for, I think, luck also. No, if you don't have awesome possum bacon. Come on, get down there. Close enough for government work. Bait barrel. Need a quick roof on this. And then the generators. Let's turn that around. And the one we're going with is the nuke zone. Alright, so for the most part this is set. So, I'd usually slap a door on here or at least a light overhead, but right now I'm here just to kind of collect some fish. So, we're going to take a brief fiver here. I have a fur baby outside that needs to come in, so we'll take a break for a quick moment. I sadly don't have any like cool on hold music or pictures or anything, so as again, new to it all. But just enjoy my lovely visage as I step out for just a moment. Be right back. And welcome back. Fur baby is secured. We're supposed to be getting some storms and they don't like it, so kind of make sure doggy is safe. Alright, so I've got a rad storm, I've got a single bit of improved bait. Let's show you how this works. Just watch for it to bob and then eventually it gets pulled under, and that's when you can hit the reel button and try to catch it. wasn't going to be it, but it helps me complete a daily. So, as far as fishing goes, you can there's like a whole people have done a whole guide as to how this all works, what to look for, what to mod with. My personal opinion is so there are real mods that you can get as rewards for achieving fishing challenges, which are like your dailies and your weeklies. They're just fishing oriented. And then there are other mods you can get for completing the daily fishing mission. And there's a variety of those, and they modify things like line strength. Actually, I can show you all. This is why you want this. Modify repair. So it doesn't really show up like a weapon or anything like that. It just kind of shows up here on the Tinker's Bench. And you got things like line strength, which is how easy it is for that to pull away from you, how quickly you reel it in, the width of that arc that you saw on the radar, and how quickly that arc spins. Also, I want to repair it just in case. My recommendation is typically because you have several things. You have the reel, you have one hook mod. The bobber really doesn't modify anything, nor does the paint. Advanced drag and the reels. This slows the things down from trying to pull away too quickly. And this, eventually as it climbs up, there are 4 reels in total. It'll modify line strength and speed. Been working slowly at getting that 4th one. Requires catching a lot of specific fish. You can also sort of tell what you're catching based on how many times they try to elude you and how quickly they're pulling on the line. The more times that they dodge, the higher the rarity of the fish typically. And the slower you pull it in, the slower you reel it in, also the rarer the fish is. I actually think I had hooked one of the 3 named rare ones last night because I pulled in something that was the slowest I've ever seen. But it fought. Also, how far away it starts from your angle kind of, I think, has a little bit of a bearing on it. So, 2 beds. Ooh, I have not caught that one before. The glowing bog lurker. But that is another glowy, and that is what I was after. This is why I would also like the music to the game if I could stream it. That's such great music. So very fitting of Fallout, just like in Fallout 4. And New Vegas, which I've only just started to play. I know, I'm kind of a Fallout newbie. I started with 4 during COVID. Eventually got convinced to try this, and I've been kind of hooked on 76. This one's running slow. Am I lucky? Probably a walleye. Ah, chained pickerel. Alright, I'll do one more of these for now and then see what other dailies I gotta finish up. This will be an easy one. Yep, sunscreen. Alright, let's see. So to kill some snallygasters. Alright, so I know where there's a couple there. So, one thing also with 76, if you do get into this, is keep an eye out for all of the locations like the Rusty Pick, White Spring, 76 Vault, where it's free to fast travel, including wherever your camps are. It's always a good sort of shortcut to save you some caps. Because I want to go up to here. Oops. There's a couple of snallygasters up here. This 84 is the next step on the scoreboard. I really want 100. That has a nice boat that you can put in your camp. I do love me some camp building. Deal with the cryptic cutter here. Aw, are they already gone? Oh, it's an enraged grafted monster. Aw. Someone killed the snallies here. Well, I know where else I can go for them. Really, I should have gone there first. Let's jump to here, then down. Alright, let's see if I can do this quick. Yeah, it looks like we've got some bad weather coming in here tonight, folks. So let me see if I can do this fast, and I may have to wrap up a little early. Not that this was going to go too long past my normal cutoff, but despite I started late. Indecision. But I may stick with 76 as an alternative, because I do love this game. And I love the community in it. Oh, that was just me popping one of those. So you can get a lot of snallygasters around the rail yard here. Ooh, and apparently a Scourge Beast. Were all the snallies hunted because of the daily? Yeah. Oh, don't get stuck. Ooh, there's one. Ah, man. I'll slowly respawn, but... Here, Snally, Snally. Got a chainsaw for you. Loose screws. Gold in the Wasteland. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find any more over here. They all got murdered over here. Alright, let's try this one more time up here then, see if they respawned if I got lucky. Save me some caps. I burned through them fast. Ah, I still have to repair my armor too. Ba-ba-ba. Hemlock holes. Come on. Just double check it. I might have to server hop, which I'm alright doing. I've done it a lot. All that really does is just kind of refresh where you are, kind of put you on a new server. I guess as the name implies. So, that might at least help me find some Stanley Gasters. That last weekly isn't going anywhere though. Since you get a daily cap limit, I'm not going to be able to hit the required cap gain. Probably not without jumping around on characters. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to have to server hop quick. Let me go ahead and do that. Sorry about this, folks. Let me just make sure I can get what we need. Okay, let's do this. I think. Da, 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 da. Okay, I might have to fight the Grafton quick, just if I aggro him or not. Oh, he's lumbering away. Snallagasters. Perfect. Hey, uglies. Perfect. Oh, really? Ooh, somebody put a camp out here. See if they got anything cool. Cassidy's favorite painting? I'll take a painting. Alright, so let's turn back on my main camp. No, does somebody have... Oh, curses. All of my favorite camps blocked. Alright, I'm gonna hop one more. So yeah, I've kind of thought of this place as I'm trying to reload here as my main camp. That little clogged up shack. The inspiration for that is if you think like those old wayside shacks, or like kind of convenience store, gas station, fishing hole. That's all cluttered full of stuff. It's kind of part of the inspiration. And just, collecting things and shoving them into corners. Oh, kind of wastelandy. Alright, now. Alright. Alright, so let's see what that new plan is before I wrap things up here. Got a lot of treasure maps. Blue Scout. Cassidy's favorite painting. What is it? Oh, okay. I've seen that one. I don't think this character's had it. I might have had it on some other ones. Let's kind of take these down for now. See if I can't put this up here. Come on. Stick to the wall. Did it stick to the wall? It did. So, at this point, we're going to kind of wrap things up here. As I said, we got some bad weather coming in. We'll make sure the computer is nice and secure before that hits. So, a very wise, very lovely, very awesome streamer named the Painfully Awkward Potato, who you can find on the clock in the purple, as a very wise tip to, when you log off 76, log off in a bed, preferably in a shelter. That way you start close to your camp with the fully rested buff, which is an XP bump that you can get. Lasts like about an hour or so, but you can always come back, sleep, and get it again. So make sure you log off in a shelter, in your camp, in a bed. And, oh, I got a shelter within my shelter, that's right. I really got to work down here. But might I also add, when you log off in a shelter, make sure you know where your shelter entrance is placed, as I logged back in from here underwater and drowned. So be very careful with that. Okay, folks, I have beaten Mother Nature. Oh wait, actually, let's see real quick here if I got lucky with the page, and then we'll call it. I did. Oh, it's 85. Curses. Okay, so that might be tomorrow's deal. Anyway, it's been fun sharing 76 with everybody. This is, much like 2077, this is also kind of becoming one of my favorites. So hopefully I'll share more of this one as I wait for 2.3 to drop, and then when it does, we are back on the streets of Night City. So, until then, folks, enjoy. I'll see you next time.